What's up, Army? Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for choosing to share this space with me. I hope you're doing well. And if not, I hope there's something in this message for you. As you can see, I got the sand out. So let's get into it. I have nothing. I've had nothing but distractions before I came on here. Distractions all week, to be perfectly honest with you. But I'm here. House is quiet. We're good to go. Yeah. So, there's like this, how do I explain it? I just keep hearing no words. No words. Like somebody has no words for something. Something has rendered somebody literally speechless. Like they're looking at somebody or something and they have no words. And I've picked up on this before, right? There's some things that there are no words for. And a lot of times I channel energy that even I have a hard time finding the words for. I mean, I'm no like thesaurus expert, right? I don't have this extensive vocabulary. So I try to describe things the best way that I can. But sometimes even when I'm describing it, the words almost take away from the energy that I'm feeling. And that's what I'm getting right now. Somebody like doesn't even want to use words because it's like the words will cheapen it. The color orange might be significant. You know, I was watching a couple of my old readings and I channeled oranges. Not only have I pulled the letter Q a lot, but I've channeled oranges a lot. And I don't know why. I've told you plenty of times I don't even like oranges, but I've channeled oranges a lot. If that's significant to anybody, like, let me know, because that's come up a lot. Somebody is searching for the words, though. Like, they're trying to explain the unexplainable. But this feels like somebody that's like, almost like the opposite of me. Let me explain. Like I just said, I don't have like this extensive vocabulary, but I've explored my my own emotions and my own feelings and really analyzed, probably overanalyzed myself, that when I feel certain things, it's easier for me to explain it because in a sense it's familiar to me. Whoever I'm picking up on is sort of like the opposite. like they have they have the vocabulary, but it's almost like emotions are new to them. Not They're experiencing emotions that are new to them. And because of that, they don't know how to describe it. It's almost like someone who's familiar with I don't want to say surface level emotions, because it feels like this person can feel deeply, but doesn't really, or hasn't spent a lot of time, thank you, Spirit, processing them in a healthy way. So now this person has kind of like cleared like they're finding the layers within themselves. For example, without processing pain or trauma, the first reaction is to express it with anger, with resentment, with insults, with daggers, if you will. And this person has shed that armor almost, and is allowing themselves to feel the vulnerable parts of themselves, allowing themselves to explore the vulnerable parts of themselves, allowing themselves, and I'm like stumbling over my words, allowing themselves to feel the vulnerable parts of themselves. This is somebody who stifles tears. This is somebody who has stifled their tears for so long that it's like now it's almost like everything is making them cry. It's this hard exterior has cracked, and the emotions that are bubbling up, they don't really know how to express them. It's like, what is this? What is all of this? What am I feeling? Like, well, this is new. This is new. This vulnerability is new to whoever I'm picking up on. And it's like, it's scary almost. It's like, I don't know what's gonna come up next. It's a lot like when I first got sober, clean and sober, whatever you want to say. Beforehand, I had convinced myself that I was expressing that that substances were actually helping me process. I believe they were helping me process. I had convinced myself that what these substances were doing was helping me to look at my trauma from an elevated perspective. I had worked through a lot before I put all of that down. So I don't want to necessarily discredit It wasn't entirely a lie, even though it was. I was lying to myself. What I saw as taking a higher perspective was detachment. So when I no longer had that tool to detach from what I had been suppressing, um, everything came up. And I cried a lot, and I didn't even know why I was crying. What was I mourning? Was I mourning the substances? Was I more what was I just felt like I was mourning, and I was crying, like sobbing, and I really couldn't understand why, and I did the most that I could to try and understand that. I did my cat, I told you, she's mad vocal lately. I don't know what's going on. I couldn't even I'm a writer. I like to write, and I couldn't even write it out. On my other channel, I have my first 30 days of sobriety, and I released those like a year after, like when I was sober for a year, because I didn't really do it for anybody else. I just decided at a year that maybe it would help somebody. I had to talk it out. I had to really talk it out, because I couldn't understand what I was feeling. And I say all that to say that that's what's going on with whoever I'm picking up on. Not necessarily that they're getting sober. For all I know, they could have been sober their whole life. I don't know. But this is somebody who is getting in touch with their vulnerability, getting in touch with allowing themselves to feel. Using myself as an example again, I suppressed a lot of anger. This person feels like the opposite, where they've had no problem expressing the anger. It's the other things that they've had a problem with. Where me personally, I've had to work on expressing the anger and kind of finding the balance. This person is the opposite. They're trying to find the balance. I had to find my fire. This person is trying to tame their fire. Does that make sense? It's like they're trying to approach life in a gentler, softer way without coming across as weak. They want to be assertive and direct, but not cold and distant. Does that make sense? I'm seeing their energy. It's like it this person is transmuting, like finding different words to describe the same thing, instead of just saying, I hate you for what you did to me, this person is saying, you did X, Y, and Z, and because of that, I felt A, B, and C. And they're finding a more conversational way to approach things as opposed to attacking. When a person spends their whole life feeling attacked all the time, feeling like the world is against them, feeling like they have nobody to defend them, feeling like um, they're on their own. When a person has emotionally been on their own for a long time, it's hard to bring that wall down. It's literally armor. Like, I'm seeing, Spirit is showing me, like, when stores close up and they put that metal, like, fucking, I don't even know what that's called. Like, they pull it down over all the windows and shit so nobody can break in. What do they call that? I don't know what they call that. I hope you know what I'm talking about. They close up shop, right? This person has closed up shop because they've given up on their ability or even their desire to have that exchange with somebody. This is what I was going to say before I didn't finish saying it. I see this, it's like the energy cycling out and back. This person has blocked healthy exchange. This person has literally slammed a metal door on healthy exchange in regards to, like, relationships, not necessarily romantic relationships, but relationships in general. It's like there is a piece of themselves that they keep to themselves. The sweetest, softest part, the wounded inner child, the parts of themselves that were attacked very early on in life. And this person is finding ways to reconnect with and reignite those little innocent parts of themselves that they've gotten so good at stifling, at hiding. Spirit is showing me this person taking these pieces of themselves and like putting them away in like a little closet, like, you stay there, I'll keep you safe. This person has allowed the bigger, stronger, louder aspects of their personality to take over in a way that they have it's like I'm hearing lost their innocence, but they didn't lose their innocence. They hid their innocence. This person is reconnecting with the parts of themselves that the abusive aspects of their life have told them, or have told them were weak. This person is recognizing that vulnerability is not weakness. Vulnerability is strength. This is like how society has taught men for generations, or you know what, everybody, for generations, that it's weakness to cry. It's weakness to tell somebody how you feel before they tell you how they feel, or before you know how they feel. weakness to show your emotions. But that belief comes out of fear, of rejection, of abandonment, of you name it. It comes out of fear. This person is shining light on the aspects of their shadow that have held them back. This person is acknowledging their own fear, making friends with their demons, in a sense. Because these aspects of our shadow, these dark parts of us that we want to act like aren't there, are there to teach us about our fears, about what we need to face. Teach us that none of it is real. These are the monsters in the closet that haunt a person even into adulthood. Whoever I'm picking up on is unearthing all of that. I don't know what happened. My camera just shut off. I said all of that and it just shut off. And it's crazy because I just watched the last couple of seconds to see where it left off, and it cut off right at the end of the sentence. It didn't cut off in between a word or anything. I have plenty of room on my phone. I don't know that I feel like that message was supposed to stop there. But the energy is still here. So I'm going to wrap it up. And I'll move on to another reading. I didn't even touch the sand. So whoever I'm picking up on, your energy is very strong. And this message is to let you know that you are on the right track. That is exactly what we as humans are supposed to be doing. Uncovering the darkest parts of ourselves, to learn from it, not to fear it, to grow from it, to use it, to apply it in our life. I watched a lot of Carl Jung today. That man was whatever, a goddamn genius. His perspective is incredible. I attached a couple of his, or added a couple of his videos to my the Out of the Box playlist on this channel if you want to check that out. But the overall message is people tend to fear their shadow, and the shadow is meant to be integrated, not feared. This energy is meant to be learned from, not feared. If you believe God is the creator of all things, and God created both the light and the dark, it is all there to teach us. And living everything in either side. I've said this so many times before, but pretending to only have light, or living only in the dark and pretending that the light is of no use to you, then you're not living in balance, and you are not living in truth, and you are not living in authenticity. And the person or people that I'm picking up on today that are learning to express the darkest parts of themselves with the light mixed in, to express in truth, not anger, to express through balance, a balanced perspective, a balanced spirit, grounded and balanced emotions, is to communicate on a level that is hard to find. So if this is the work that you're doing, again, you're on the right track. You're on the right path. And it's only going to bring you to live in your truest, most authentic self. And in doing that, you become another light in this world. You become another guide. You become someone that leads by example, that recognizes that people are going to learn and grow and do things in their own time. You become someone who respects the journey of others and protects the journey of your own individual soul. Because one by one, people who learn to integrate these parts of their soul, who learn to accept all of themselves, the flawed and the flawless parts, the gifts and the downfalls, through doing that, you allow and open the space up for other people to go easier on themselves, to accept all of themselves, and to live authentically. That's what it means to live authentically, to not live in fear, to not live in fear of rejection, to not live in fear of abandonment, to not live in fear of not having the approval of others, and just loving and accepting yourself as you are. And one person at a time, through doing that, raises the vibration of the entire human collective. So keep going. It's ugly and it's messy and it's tearful and it's painful. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But you're forging ahead on a path that most people are afraid to go on. And you should be proud of yourself for having the courage to do that. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you got something out of this message. And you already know, if you're still with me, you're a fucking real one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You're beautiful. I love you.